place to start is your freezer. If you put your Sodastream canister in the freezer before you refill it, you compress the contents, making more room inside when you add gas. Let's start with the first thing you need, which is a tank of CO2 that you can keep in your own home. This one is a 20-pound tank, which I recommend is a good size. It will fill my Sodastream canister about 20 times. And it cost me about $25 to refill this. Now you might notice that this tank says siphon tube on it. Now what is a siphon tube? As you may remember from your high school chemistry, if you compress a gas, at some point the gas turns into a liquid. So what happens in this tank, as the gas is compressed, the liquid is down in the bottom. And so there are two solutions. If you don't have a siphon tube, you actually have to turn the tank upside down, which is kind of a hassle. Or you buy a tank with a siphon tube, which means there's a tube inside this tank that reaches down to the liquid, and then when you release the pressure, it actually comes out through the hose. So I recommend a 20-pound tank and one with a siphon tube. Okay, enough talking, time to fill a canister. Wearing a glove because it's a little bit cold. And so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to unscrew this completely, which it already is, which means the pin inside is retracted. Alright, so I'm going to turn this onto the valve. As I mentioned earlier, you really don't need this gauge. As you're going to see, I don't even look at it. Okay, tank's off. This lever's off. This lever's off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw this top in, which is going to pierce the canister to allow gas to flow into it. Okay. So now the tank is open. I'll set that down. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the tank on. Okay, so the tank's on. And so next, I'm going to slowly open this valve. And what that's going to do is allow gas to come out of the tank into the canister. But Sodastream, to try to defeat the home refill people, put a release valve in the canister that if it fills too fast, it stops filling. Now, you can just restart it again, but the trick is just do it very slowly. So what I'm going to do is turn this on, and you'll start to hear gas going in. And I don't know if you can hear that. I can hear it. Now, I've seen many different people say you let this go for minutes or you do it on a scale. Frankly, all I do is wait till it stops making noise and I can still hear gas flowing in, and it might take a minute or two to fill the canister. Now, one thing that's happening is the canister's getting heavy, right? And so because gas is mass, and if you compress the gas inside the canister, it will get heavier. And so what we're going to do is we're going to wait until we no longer hear it making noise and putting gas in the canister. Okay, so it has stopped making noise. I can feel the canister's quite heavy, so it feels like it's filled. And I've measured it. When it's empty, it weighs 680 grams. I wrote it down here with a Sharpie. And when it's filled, it's about 1,030. And so I'm going to turn this valve off. I'm going to turn the tank off. And here's the only part that scares people, which really doesn't need to be scary. So I'm going to pull the pin back out of the canister. So now the canister is sealed, right? So there's only one little trick that scares people and shouldn't, is there is gas in this hose from here to here. There's pressure. And if I unscrewed it, it would release the pressure. But that's what this valve does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly open this valve. You're going to hear a noise. And all it's doing is purging the gas in the line. Okay, so it's completely purged, and so now all I do is unscrew the canister, and it's filled. So as you see, it's about 3 minutes. It costs about $1.50 to use my old faithful tank that I got at Robert's Oxygen